Let me introduce myself for those of you that don't usually follow me. My name is Amber, and I'm addicted to junk journaling. Haha, get it? Haha. Um, I got this. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try. I just a little bit about my background. I have been a scrapbooker creator for 30 plus years. Yes, I am that old. Um, about 15 years ago, I taught classes on scrapbooking memory books, using recycled goods in memory books. If you're, mostly if you're not using photos because it's not acid free. Ephemera is normally not acid free if it's vintage, old, and all of the good recycled things. Um, and that is when I started making my photo cards that many of you have seen that look much like this here out of real vintage photos. And I sold them in boutiques and such. So that's just a little bit about my background, and that's where my junk journaling kind of began. I was a junk journaler, I guess, before junk journaling was ever a real thing. I used to make memory books out of the beer 6-pack boxes, leaving the handles on them and designing them myself so that the pages would match the boxes, etc., because they make really cool, fun beer boxes. Yeah, and I still have a tub of beer boxes that I need to use up. So you may be seeing those one day once I get back to that. So to just to hide my booze, yeah, no, to just give give you, the idea of you junk journaling can be anything. Some people say, "What do you do with a junk journal and why do you make them?" Well, to hide more paper, yeah. Well, my response to that is a junk journal is anything that you want it to be. You can make a junk journal out of anything, and I'm going to show you lots of different options today as fast as I can. And then I do have a few starter kits in there, and I have some little embellishments and such, and I have a couple of finished journals as well. If you're interested in that. There is no right or wrong way to make a junk journal. There are no rules. It is, again, like I said, whatever you want it to be. So you can use boxes. You can use, some people use like cereal boxes and jello boxes. Thank you, Ferrari. And just cover them up. I like to use not only all of the old papers, but I like to mix with the scrapbook papers and stuff like that because I am a scrapbooker. Um, Annie, we are from the same hometown. So let me just show you this one and it'll give you an idea. So, for instance, this was a Trader Joe's bag. They don't have these bags anymore. Unfortunately, they were super cool, but they're heavy plastic. And so mine was, had been used and used and used. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to cut this. I don't want to throw it away. I don't like to throw things away. As you will notice, I use every little scrap, about everything. So I just have this little clasp thing in here, and this is a ponytail holder. And you attach it to the back with an eyelet, and that's an easy closure. Okay. So this was a Trader Joe's bag. I just cut it up. Of course, the stitching came out. So I tucked some craft paper underneath there to make a little notepad. And then I like to use library catalog cards. You can use those for pockets, tuck spots. You can make tags out of them and some sewing pattern paper. So some of you have probably seen this journal. It is one of my favorite ones that I cannot part with. I do not journal myself. I do have a junk journal that I use as my daily list making, calendar using, all of those things, but I don't journal. So call me weird. I don't know. I just like to make them. But so ledger papers, the old typing paper, onion paper, and I do lots of collaging. You'll see lots of collaging in my journals. This is off of a packaging. It is not a real photo, but I do prefer the real old ephemera. I do like the paper dolls that we all see, but I prefer the real old stuff. Um, I use coffee dyed papers, so old doilies, that's a paper doily, and someone's math work, budgeting, I suppose. This is out of an Edith Holden book, so I love to use book pages. Florals are one of my most favorite. I just really like flowers in things. Old flashcards, bingo cards. This is just packaging that I used. Yes, Edith Holden is amazing. More ledger paper. Some of you have seen me repurpose old slides. This is an old slide. I love bingo, old bingo cards and bingo markers. I use a lot. Lots of linens and lace. So I'm gonna flip through here kind of fast because it's just lots of old paper. But this one again, I'm not ready to part with. It is one of my favorites. So I just look at it. I just sit and look at it. Another favorite thing of mine to use, which you will find in lots of ephemera seller shows, is matchbooks. So I have quite a quantity of old matchbooks, and I collage on them, and I love to make little notepads to stick in my belly bands, is what this is called, in belly bands, in pockets. They're great to throw in your purse even, or um, in little gift baskets and stuff. If they're really cool like this, I don't cover them up, but a lot of times I will collage over them and then they just tuck in. You just restaple it and they just tuck in. This journal took a while. It took a while. I need to sell it. It's one of my favorites. Like I say, it was one that I did take my time on. I couldn't tell you how long it took, but here's just another. I call these junky notes because they're just scraps, and I make little notepads. Um, I don't know for sure how long it took me because I just did it. It was one that I just took my time on. Do I make themes? I can. Yes, I have made themes for people. I do. I do not do YouTube. I People are trying. I have a YouTube channel, but there's nothing on there. I like the Whatnot platform. So here's another little matchbook. And this is just an old mail envelope that you can use for a pocket within that has a window in it. So if you're selling, sell everything, you guys. Don't throw stuff away. If it's damaged, you know what? We're going to buy it from you because we will find a way to use it. So there's another junky note. This is an old printer's card. I was lucky enough to find a whole bunch of blank ones of those, like boxes of them. Another flash card. So just lots. I love to use dictionary pages, old dictionaries. The paper in a dictionary is fabulous. I just love the way that it feels. And so that is one of my favorite things to use. Um, I talked about book pages, flowers. I love old playing cards, especially the really old ones like this. I love to you know, I love to alter them and add them in my books. Here's another matchbook that's just a little flip out, and that little old puzzle piece is holding it down. So there's that one. So there's one sample. I have to hurry. I have to hurry. I have to hurry. We're gonna do a giveaway too. This is just a little one that I made. This is a real photo on there. Please don't cringe. It is what it is. I love my old photos. There's another matchbook notebook. And again, this one just has lots of old papers, your ledger papers, um, autograph book papers. I do love old negatives as well. Slides, I love the crochet linens, all of the things. All of the things. You guys know. Oh yes, I do too, that it's gonna get used. These are just old file tabs, from your little like index card size. This is a tag that I made out of an old postcard. And I'm sorry if I'm not keeping up with all of your chat. And if you have questions, just throw it back out there in yellow. And I will try to answer it. There's another junky notes that is in a belly band. And this is one of those two prong clasps that I bound this book with. So again, I love maps, old maps. I just love the coloring in them. This is just a postcard that I cut into pockets with some postcard tags. Old books. I love old seed catalogs. That's what this is from. More ledger paper. Does anybody have questions? I know I'm going really fast. There's a bingo card made into a pocket, and then another playing card that I've made. That is not a real photo in that one. but there is Braille paper behind it. How do I bind them? It depends. This is my kind of Frankenstein. I call it junkie scroll, but this is just a whole bunch of different old paper that I glue together and then chop up into pages so that it looks patchy like this. Yes, that is super fun. Thank you so much. I bind them like this one is bound with one of those two whole prong clasps. I do a pamphlet stitch on lots of them, and then the pages you see here, each one of these is called a signature, and so there's 3 signatures in this one, and they are pamphlet stitched in there. This is a postcard one that I made. So your cover is postcards. So this is a postcard, and this was a postcard, and I bound it again by sewing the signatures in. So just book pages. I love old advertising. This is from an old card box. I love Ideals magazine. They have great images in them. New vocabulary term. Thank you, Prinny. I appreciate that. I love old buttons, of course, but buttons on cards are amazing to use. So here is another one. This is an old seed packet that I fussy cut around the flowers. So now there's a pocket here where the seed packet opens, and there's also a pocket back behind it. So it's just glued down on 3 sides to make a pocket. The postcard one, I sure can. And then this is an envelope that pops out. And these are off of postcards that I die cut. So let me wrap this back up. Yep, we can run this. I should be running them as I'm talking, but I don't know if I can do both. Okay, let me find that postcard one. It is 10:32. Oh, maybe. Is it not in here? I know I added it. There it is. Yep, we can run this one. This is the postcard journal I just showed you. That one is running. It's 30 seconds. Sorry, I should have done a shorter time. Thank you, Ferraris. I appreciate you. I love this postcard. The coloring is amazing. So if you're in a show with me, you'll probably see me bidding on. I love the floral postcards the most. If I don't like a postcard, I will chop it up and make tags and stuff out of it. Yep. This is a postcard right here, and the back cover is a postcard. So you can see on the inside I just left the backs blank. Thank you so much. That is yours. I appreciate you. And the postcard ones are super fun to make because it's just amazing that how they turn out. I mean, they're so fun. Well, let me put this away. Okay, another one. Reader's Digest books are probably my most absolute favorite to make. This one is not ready to go, but I gut them and cut the spines off, and I do use the pages, and I do use the spines, and then I make a new spine. I use the spines on something else, and then I make a new spine with heavy chipboard and rebind it, and I sew my signatures into that. And this is what the inside will look like. So I cover that up. And then here's your pages. So this one is just blank, but it's a Reader's Digest book. And they're just a perfect size for a junk journal. Um, I mean, they're just, they just are. They're just the perfect size. They're not too long, they're not too fat. And by the way, I want to thank Schmidt Auctions, Marla, Penguin Boss, and Ferrari's Finds for including me in this. And it's just been it's super nerve-wracking, but I'm having fun. I'm very humble about what I do, so it's hard for me to talk about it. We can do that, Gina. I've done that before, but we can do it. The seed packet. Yes, the same seed packets. You bet. Yep. Yep. So these are the cards that I make, and I made a journal out of this one. So this was a greeting card. And that's why it says this on the back. But it was a greeting card, and I just bound one signature into it to make a journal. So here's the patchwork pages that I showed you earlier. So you can make a junk journal out of a greeting card. Old greeting card, new greeting card. This one I will include the envelope with it. So I'm going to just go ahead and start running these as I talk about them, because we just have a little bit of time left. And we're going to start this one at $9 because it is just a greeting card. And then it just has blank pages in it for you to journal in, decorate, whatever. It's not decorated. You could give it as a gift because it, has an envelope. But this one's running if you're interested in that one. Is there any other questions while this is running? Thank you, Marla. Thank you, Margaret. Appreciate that bid. And 1 second, that's coming to you. Thank you, friend. Appreciate you. These I've had for a while, but these are made out of old photo folders. So I left this just how it was because I thought that was really cool. It is inked up though a little bit to make it stand out a little more. Thank you for your bin purchase. So we're going to run this one. This is old ledger paper from 1925. It has a Velcro closure, an old doily. That is a fabric doily, not paper. And a pocket inside. This was the photo that was in this photo folder. And I just took it out and made use of it and put it on the top of the legal pad. So this is just a mini legal pad in here. And this is Velcroed in as well. So when you fill that legal pad up, you can replace it with a new one. And it comes with this faux velvety ribbon. So we're going to run this one and see if anybody wants that. Thank you for the new follows. I should do this kind of show every week. Thank you. Like a learning show or just selling journal show. Both. We learn every week in my shows, but not always journals. I should do more journals. I told my husband I need to make time to just make journals because I've been having so much fun making some of these because I haven't made one for a while. I've been doing all of the little stuff that you put in them. This is also a photo folder and with just a little um collage on the front, and then a pocket and some ledger paper tags. And then this was the frame, and I just put ledger paper in the middle and left it in there so you could write here if you wanted. And again, another little legal pad, and the back is blank. So we'll run this one if anybody wants this. And I'll show you some kits really quick. We have about 10 minutes, right? No, we have more time. We have lots of time. 4 o'clock, right? And we're gonna go see Ferrari. And she's gonna tell you how to ship all this stuff. Okay, what's next? Let's run a giveaway. So in the giveaway, if you want to give this a shot, I have um, a real easy way for you to try it. If you've never made a junk journal, a paper bag junk journal is a really good way to go. So this little guy is just a small 4x4. It's sewn on the sewing machine in the middle of the bags. There's 6 bags here. You have built-in pockets. All you got to do is cover it with paper. So I've got some paper here, some of my tape that looks old, that's not old, some postcard tags, some old ephemera, some not so old ephemera, some scraps, and one of those little pocket dealies. Here's some more old ephemera, a dictionary page, some game pieces. I love to use game pieces if I didn't mention that, and some ledger paper. So this is the giveaway, and some little fabrics to go with it. So this is a good way to start. Paper bags are great for kids. Give them a paper bag and let them add pages and make their own little book. And they're super cute and fun to make. Okay, let's see. Let's unpin this one. So we're just gonna let that run out, and hopefully I won't miss it. I won't miss it. Okay. So I showed you the little one. Do we want to run this one? Does anybody want to see the kits or the postcard ephemera that I have? We're gonna run this little guy. It has lace as a closure with a little clip. You want to see the kits? Perfect. Okay, we'll run this one real quick. Just lots of little ephemera tucked in there. Little stamps and tickets are always good. Marla was asking me one day about something, and I think Thrifty asked me about something too. And I'm like, don't throw it away. Don't throw it away, because someone is going to buy it and someone is going to use it. And you're going to think we're crazy, but you know what? It's better than, it going to the landfill, right? And that is a real photo. Okay, you want to see the kits. Let me talk about one more thing and we'll do the kits and the little pieces of ephemera. So this is another fun way to make a journal. It's just canvas. It's one of those paint tarps. And I sewed them together, and I sewed fabric ruffles on them. And then you go through and add your paper to the pages like this one. You can decoupage on it and it makes them nice and stiff. This one is not old ephemera. It is all scrapbook paper and stuff. But this is how that canvas one would look if you added paper to it. And these are fun memory books for little day trips and such. So just another idea for you. Someone wants to see the kits. So let's run those. Oh, this little doily came out of the giveaway. So we're going to put that back in there. We have 2 minutes left in the giveaway. So if you want to try it, there's a free way you can try it right there. Any other questions that I missed? So these are just starter kits. This journal was made out of, I love to use vintage yearbooks because I love the black and white headshots. I like the signatures. I like to use them on cards and tags and stuff. The ruffle one is mine. I just wanted to give you an option, but I may have it in another show because I haven't used it yet. So I just made a little collage on the front. Again, this one is, sorry, Karen, pamphlet stitched, and then I covered it with fabric to hide those stitches. But this is the inside of the yearbook. So, the inside cover page or whatever. And I just thought it was fun colors and just the way they did it. And so that's the inside. The blue is actually the outside. But here's a bingo pocket. And then this is a blank journal. It just has your pages in it, ready for you to decorate. There's a yearbook page. Whether or not it came out of this one, I don't know, but yearbooks are also a good thing to offer you guys because we like to cut them up. And a little dictionary page. So there's that. And then in this kit, you get all of the goodies. There's extra old ephemera in here. There's fabric. There's a junkie note. There's a Viewmaster reel, which I love to alter those and make them journaling cards and add them in journals. So that's why that's in there. Here's an altered playing card. Here's some extra little goodies, and all of this stuff in here goes with it. So that's our first kit, and that one is running. Thank you so much for your bids. There's lots of goodies in here. If I show them all, we'll be here all day for everything. Oh, and who's winning? The Bougie Crafter won the giveaway. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. The brown paper padded Amazon. A lot of people use those. I have not used those, but once, I think. I just like the old stuff. Shelly, congratulations and thank you so much. And that was probably your first purchase, and I appreciate that a lot. That's coming to you. Let's run another kit. This is a Reader's Digest kit. And this one is, she's a biggie. She thick. So she's a little bit more, but she has been ready with her new hidden spine binding. She does have a front decoration. Here's the inside. She has 4 signatures and they each have 10, I think 10 pages. So that's 40 pages times 4 is a lot of pages to decorate. But you have your seed catalog in here. You have your coordinating scrapbook paper to go with her. There's bird pages, there's flower advertising, there's some of my patchwork junkie scroll pages in here. So just you get the idea. Music paper is also a great thing that I like to use. See, I forgot to talk about lots of papers. I use it all, you guys. I love it. Some things I won't go back to. If it is lightweight or super damaged, there's still always a way to reinforce it and use it. This one has antique fabric in it, a doily, all of your little bits and bobs, a paper ruffle, some old and new papers in there. And we're going to run this. We're going to lower the time. So this one is running. So she's bound and ready for you to decorate. Thank you for your bids. Appreciate that, you guys. Thank you. Thank you. And we're gonna go see Ferrari. We still have time. Oh, I can breathe. Shoo. I like to talk, so when I start talking, it's hard to shut me up. And if I forgot something, just say, hey, what about this? Thank you, Christy Hawk. I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. It's junk journaling it's my thing. Like I told you, I am addicted. I'm addicted. So do I just have 3. So this is the last kit. Thank you, Marla. I'm like, okay, I can breathe. I'm just like, I even wrote down some ideas. I'm like, okay, I don't want to forget to say anything and or talk about anything. And, because I get to talking about one thing and then 7 others come into my head. And I'm like, wait, do you? Okay, here's another little starter kit. So, again, this was off of an old yearbook, and you can imagine how old it was because it is like this cover stock paper. I mean, it's heavy and sturdy, but it's that great marbling. Yeah, squirrel. I did add the little metal corners to it to reinforce those. It has your pamphlet stitch binding, and then I used an old seed catalog page to cover the spine when I remade the spine on it. An old doily. I can slow down. Sorry, I know I'm going really fast. Now I know I can slow down a little bit. It has some of that patchwork paper on the inside. And then here are your pages. So again, your vintage ledger pages, book pages. This is a ledger page that pops out for journaling. This I think was out of this was an Ideals magazine page. And there's more ledger paper that pops out. An old book page out of a floral book. Your music paper, and it talks about blue butterflies. Ledger paper, some birds. I don't have postcards. I have postcard ephemera, like the die cuts that I cut into tags, but I can show those next. You bet. And some mini dictionary pages with that yummy natural aging on it. Someone's math work, but probably doing their budgeting again, right? An advertisement page. I do like to use kitchen clatters, and they have fun advertising pages and recipes in them. There is a little bill head or invoice or whatever. Everyone calls them something different. An old map page dictionary. And then here is your first signature in there. Some lovely handwriting out of a ledger. And this is out of a kitchen clatter. So just something fun. And then in this one, again, you're getting all of the same little ephemera pieces, buttons. I tried to include something that I made in them. You're getting some of my tape in them, a paper ruffle in this one, your tags, a glassine bag. So all of the same things, a bingo card, So we're going to run this one next for 15 seconds. Thank you, Marla. I was going to do like complete journal kits, like, with the cover and everything in it. And I thought, nope, I'm going to bind them and just give you some extras. And you'll need to add more. I should brand them. Good idea. Jamie, thank you. And thank you everyone else for your bids. I appreciate you guys. Yes, absolutely. Thank you. So I will do this again. If you guys like these, I will go ahead and make the books and bind them and just add extras in them. And like I said, you're not going to have enough to finish it, but it's going to get you started and give you an idea of maybe what, where to start and what you should add to it. Because usually I just do the other kits and this seems more fun. More fun. All right. Is there any other requests? I'll run these little postcards. We did this on a live one day. I showed them how to use the crafty quality postcards and use their die cut machines or punches. The envelope. This one, is that what you want to see? The one with the pink ribbon. Yeah, absolutely. And you just let me know if you want to run it. It's more like a memo pad. So it is a photo folder that I covered with ledger paper. And this is the photo that was in it. And it's a little legal pad. And it's Velcroed in so you can replace it. So that's what that one is. You let me know if you'd like me to rerun that. So these little sets they're all made out of postcards. So if you have a dies or punches and you don't like the postcard, cut them up. I tell them to use every bit of the postcard. You will have little to no waste on these. The writing is always great on the back. The postal marks on the back. The words postcard are amazing on a lot of them, the fonts that they use. So, you can cut those out if you have a little label punch like these and just use it as a label on something and use the words, use the stamps, use the word postcard. It's just, you could even cut it out with scissors. Whatever, if you don't have punches. Here's a little tag. I just cut the stamp out. So we'll run this first one. These are just going to run for $3 and there are 8 pieces in each bag. If anybody wants any of these to use, if you're a journal maker. I do have one that's Christmas, but it's just a good way to use your postcards that you don't like or the ones that are severely damaged. Absolutely. And if you don't have punches or dies, use your scissors. You can cut tags with a scissor or a label with a scissor. Thank you, Shelly. Appreciate that. Is anybody ready for Christmas? I could show you a Christmas one. But here's another one. And then you're going to add little, your ribbon to the top. Here's another little label one. So you could use it either way. I just love the fonts and the handwriting. Now this was it's not postcard weight. It's one of those souvenir ones with the paper photos. You ephemera people could probably tell me what those are called, but look at the writing on this. So if you didn't like this side, you could glue this down this way. And then here's this tag, postcard. So we'll run this one next. If anybody wants those. Yeah, fold out souvenir books. I'm not so dumb. I'm not so dumb. Thanks for looking at that. Here is a Christmas one. So you have your poinsettias. These, you could use these for gift tags too if you're not a junk journaler. So look at this one. See, like that, how cool that looks once you just cut it out. They're just amazing. I love it. It makes me smile. It makes me a little giddy sometimes when I cut something out and you just see it a different way. The bell, and then this one. So we're going to run the Christmas one, running now, $3. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, welcome. I know I haven't said that to everyone coming in. I'm so sorry. I get on my little chatty binge and then there we go. And then there we go. It's kind of like Mighty Annie. Only not quite as fast. And she's way more fun than I am. You can tell that I get excited about it, right? I mean, thank you, Jamie. Appreciate you. A little excited. And then I talk faster. Here is another one where it just shows the font on them. So that's amazing. But that's a pretty picture on that one. And there's that sweet one. Some buildings. So if you don't like it, use the back side. Here's one that's just lines. You are so welcome. That's what I'm here for. I love to share. I love to share ideas. This is this group going now. If anybody wants those. Thank you, Lori. Lori was there when I was making them, showing them these. Showing them what to do with them. Share away because you're listening. Jamie, I'm on every Wednesday at about 1 o'clock. Thank you, Lori. Appreciate you. Central Time. And we create and do all the things. Did I show this one? I don't know which one I showed and which one I didn't. I don't think I showed this one. This one has the cute. Oh, you're so welcome, Karen. Thank you to Penguin Boss because she's the one that invited me. So you can thank her. This one, that's another paper one from the souvenir ones. That one. This is the cute one with the cute. And there's this one. If you don't know how to use these, you glue on the 3 sides, and then each one of these is a pocket. So you can stick your tags in those. And then here's a black and white one. So we'll run this group next. And if there's any requests, let me know. Oh, thank you, Annie. Thanks, Lori. Someone bought my greeting card journal. I made a journal out of one. Lori Wall gets that one. Thank you so much. And we'll show, I don't think I showed this one. If I did, you can say, hey, we already saw that. You bought some paper books. Oh yeah, absolutely. You can make your own ephemera. Buy from these folks and you can cut up and make your own. They always have great stuff. Look at her. Aw. And here's 2 of those little pocket things. We'll run this group next. Thank you for the hearts. We have 5 minutes and we're going to go see Ferrari's finds. And she's going to talk about shipping. So get ready, get ready. You want to get some of these or you want to get the punch? A tag punch? Yep, this is a raid. Yep. Yeah, you can Amazon. Oh, am I supposed to say that? I don't know. So just really fast, I'm going to run this little journal again, but here's an idea for the Viewmaster cards. This is what I do with them. You can make journaling cards. They make great pockets or tuck spots, or you could just add them to the front of your journal as part of your embellishing on your cover. So that's what I like to do with these. I can run these if anybody wants me to. There's a birdie one. Did you? Thank you so much. But let's run this journal because that's what we're talking about today, right? So here's the tab junk journal. It's a $10 start. And this is the one with the 2-prong slider punch. It's just a small journal, but mighty, small and mighty. Lots of room for you to keep decorating if you want to make your own decorations on it. Some seed catalog pages, advertising, bingo cards. Thank you, Thrifty. I appreciate you. That's coming to you. Do you do anything different sewing paper? You mean than with fabric? No. Is that what you mean? I love to sew. Yeah, no. I just sew just like I would fabric. I love to sew paper. It's so fun. It's so fun. And we ran this one twice. So we have 4 minutes. Any other questions or if you want me to run something? Again, I about ran it all. My bin is full. Here's this little guy again. It's only $8. If anybody wants this. These are little I used a wax seal frame with a hot glue gun and a sticker underneath. So it looks like a frame. Thank you, Marla. That's coming to you. Appreciate you. This one was just made with chipboard and scrapbook paper. The cover was. Thank you, friend. 3 minutes. Yay, a mini. I know lots. I love minis. Minis are fun to make, you guys, with don't throw your card boxes away, the cardboard ones, if you're selling trade cards, playing cards, whatever. Um, I've done tutorials on making minis with those. We'll do that again because I have a whole bunch. Oh, good. A great display. Don't throw them away because you can make mini journals out of them. They're super fun. We'll do that again too, live. So thanks again to Marla and Penguin Boss and Ferrari. I appreciate you guys for inviting me and letting me do this. It was super fun. I was super nervous, but it turned out. It turned out. Right here, Chihuahua, just follow me. And on Wednesdays, I do little tutorials. On every first Friday of the month, I sell kits a week and a half to 2 weeks in advance. And the first Friday of the month, you can buy a kit to make, it's usually a journal with me live on the first Friday. This time is not the first Friday because it's the fourth, it'll be the second Friday, but those kits will go on sale on Monday. Me nervous? Because it's a train and because these are ephemera people, which is a great, great community. Don't get me wrong, but I'm tearing up their stuff. I don't want anybody mad at me. So this one, I will do some more work to, and it'll be available soon if anybody likes that one. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you. We are going, oh, thank you so much. Thank you. We are destroyers. That's right. We are destroyers. Oh, thank you, Jamie. Thank you. Thank you. You're welcome, Penguin. Thank you for asking me. Oh, well, you guys are so kind. That's right. We are the savers. We're the paper savers. Paper savers. All right. We're going to go see Ferrari. So let's hear what she has to say. Thanks again, everyone. I appreciate you all. Come visit me and learn some more goodies. Ray.